hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and today we're going to be talking about secret joy. So, what does secret joy look like in the Bible? Well, if you guys will go to Philippians chapter 12 through 14, I have experienced times of need and times of abundance. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of contentment. Whether I go satisfied or hungry, have plenty or nothing, I'm able to do all things through the one who strengthens me. Nevertheless, you did well to share with me in my trouble. So, in Philippians, he's talking about experiencing secret contentment in the midst of pain. When we're Christians, we're called to live boldly, we're called to live calmly, we're called to live peacefully, but also be a proactive person. Christ enables us to have strength in the midst of suffering. In our darkest seasons, when we may lose a brother, we may lose a sister, where we go through a death and we're having to grieve over somebody, or when we're going through a really difficult breakup, or there was an unfortunate divorce, or there was somebody who betrayed you. In any sort of circumstance, as a Christian, we're able to walk boldly in our faith because of Christ who strengthens us, who gives us the ability to walk past dark times, or walk through dark times is a better word. There's a lot of birds and animals around right now, so if you hear anything or see anything, just let it add to the ambiance. So, these notable changes in our hearts as Christians enable us to persevere in troubling times. And you should be able to see the difference on somebody when they have Christ in their heart and when they don't have Christ in their heart. At a point in my life, I didn't have Christ in my heart. And so me walking through the valley of shadow of death, as it refers to in the Bible sometimes, I often ran to my worldly pleasures as a means to justify my problems, as a means to find my solutions to my internal mental battles or my external battles. What that looked like was me hurting other people, or me venting every single ounce of my problems onto somebody else and letting them bear the bad fruits of my nature. And this often happened, and I would tend to lose my way with it. And that's what my life looked like before I had a change of heart, before Christ entered my heart and changed me. I still struggle day to day. That's part of being a human being. But the difference now is that when I go through my struggles, when I go through my dry seasons and I have pain, I'm able to have peace in the midst of my suffering. I know that there's a higher up who controls everything down here. So when I go to work and I have a bad day, or when I get a bad grade, or when one of my parents has a bad day and they maybe let part of it off on me, because that's just part of human nature. Whenever those kind of things happen, I have Christ Jesus who can enable me to be peaceful in the midst of my suffering. When I go through seasons where I don't feel Christ at all, that's the moment I should go read his word the most. Because those kind of seasons, I figure that because I don't feel Christ, I can make myself feel better. But sorry to break it to you all, we can't. We really can't. There's nothing that can actually make us satisfied. We'll never satisfy ourselves, and that's why we need Christ. Because when I'm at my lowest moments, I run to the sinful things, I run to the wrong things to satisfy my problems. I do this a lot through secular music. When I'm having a really bad time and someone maybe disrespects me, or I feel sad or whatever, I run to secular music to condone how I feel. But really, if I'm going to run to any music at all, it better be Christian music that worships his name. And oftentimes I go to secular music because I think it'll have the answer to my problem. But sometimes I need to hear something that's bigger than my problem. I need to hear something that has the answer to my problem. I need to have something that gives me peace in my problem, not something that lacks true substance. We need something that has Christ-filled substance. We need something that puts out his love into the world. And so if I'm going to go to any music at all, it better be Christian music, it better be worship music. But above all that, if I'm not feeling Christ in a season of depression, if I'm not feeling Christ in the midst of my anxiety, I should go to him. Yeah, and so a lot of us may say that us acting Christian, or somebody acting Christian and having contentment, may just be them faking it and putting a smile on their face. That's not what it is, because a lot of the times us listening to bad music, or us trying to figure out our own solutions to our own problems, that's what tends to make us walk around with a fake smile on our face. But when you find something that gives you true joy, true peace, true love, true kindness, that's what puts a real smile on your face, which makes you not fake it. It makes you authentic, it makes you true. And so that's really the midst of, or not the midst, that's really the gist of the video today. So I pray this message blessed you guys, and love you. See ya.